Come thou long expected Jesus, born to set thy people free. From our fears and sins release us, let us find our rest in thee. Today's readings speak to us about two women who face seemingly unsurmountable challenges and also personal fears. One of them is Hannah. She's a woman who lived in ancient Israel, and she was barren. She didn't have any child. At that time, not having a child was considered to be a sign of God's disfavor and would put a woman in a very vulnerable situation in her society. And yet, lo and behold, an angel of the Lord appears to her and promises that she is going to conceive a child and that the child will be someone very important, very great. Not long after, Hannah conceives a son, and he becomes a great defender of the chosen people, Samson, known for a great strength. In the gospel, there's another barren woman. Her name is Elizabeth, the wife of the temple priest Zechariah. Both of them, the scripture says, are advanced in years and are childless, barren. And yet into that situation, the angel of God appears to them with the message of hope, that she is going to become a mother. And again, that becomes a reality when she conceives a child, and the child becomes known as John the Baptist, the one who prepares the way of the Lord. Both stories are a celebration of the power of God in the midst of a barren landscape, either exterior or interior. Now, the stories also invite us to reflect on where are we in those two stories. As part of the human conditions, we too may have experienced a barrenness of one sort or another, especially during this time of pandemic, when so many of us feel isolated and prone to depression. That's a form of barrenness. When one looks at one's life and start wondering whether or not my life is a meaning, where is the impact, and at the personal level, professional level perhaps, and God's angels in disguise appear in those situations, if we have eyes to see, with a message of promise, of hope, urging, encouraging us to be faithful, to trust, to do what is ours to do, and how we too are invited to be open, to reflect on our lives within the broader horizons of God's amazing grace, and to let go of our fears, and to trust that out of the barrenness of the interior and exterior deserts, God can bring something that is good and beautiful and transformative. As we come closer and closer to Christmas, I want to wish you all a healthy, joy and hope-filled celebration of Christ's birth. May Christ continue to be born into our hearts, into our world, bringing the message of hope, of light, and revealing the face of compassionate and just God to those around us. Peace and all good.